Well, Jim, if we had 2,000 years, I know that we'd love to talk about Yosef's special garment, because we have a lot of rabbit holes to go down on that. And I actually have spent quite a number of Zoom classes on Yosef's garment. I'd be glad to send the links to the recording to anybody who would like to hear it. And it's so emblematic of what we were talking about earlier, that Yosef's the mantle that Yaakov basically was placing on him was to be the rectification of Adam.
Amen.
Which is what the whole thing is really all about, the whole odyssey of the forefathers throughout the book of Genesis, because the coat really, first of all, to cut to the chase, and anybody who's heard my obsession, how I've been talking about this for many, many years, because there's a lot of very, very beautiful teachings that are a little bit more obscure and not well known, but cut to the chase. The garment was the garment of Adam, and even though the verse tells us that Yaakov made it for Yosef, actually the insight is that he gave it to him, but it was something that he already had. And in fact, Yaakov was wearing it when he went into Yitzchak to receive the blessing, because those were the bigdei chamudot, the clean or the special garments is translated as, that were in Rivka's house. Yeah. Because as you know, Esav had murdered Nimrod.
Yeah.
Who had taken them from Shem.
Yeah. No. Nimrod got them because
they were on the ark with
right,
Noah.
and Chaim gave the garments to Cush, and Cush gave them to Nimrod, and Nimrod put them on and believed they made him invulnerable, and it helped him arise as a king. They were regal garments. And he clothes make the man, as the saying says.
Not only were they regal garments, but they had a certain very special aspect to them, a certain interface with the natural world, so that whoever was wearing them was basically able to control the animals. And so the impression that Nimrod gave, which was just a spin that he perpetrated, was that he was a master hunter.
Right.
But actually, it was only in the merit of the garment that he was wearing.
And it linked him in the people's eyes. The reason he was able to rise to power, because he was a very commanding figure. He was very charismatic, and it was his way of saying, "I'm linked to the gods, small g, who inhabited the world before the flood." Right. Because they all knew about the flood, and he said, "This shows you that I am heir to kingship. My kingship goes back before the flood, before this new world was created," and so.
Right. In any event, there's just so much detail about the garment that's discussed by the sages. What it looked like, it's famously translated as a coat of multicolors, of many colors, right? That's not actually an original Jewish interpretation of ketonet pasim, which is what it's called in Hebrew. And this word pasim, really, the connotation is more either striped or long-sleeved, or very compact, could be folded up in a very compact way, or that it would extend down to the palm. In any event, it does seem, though, from my research, that it was the prototype of the priestly garments in the Holy Temple. Yeah, that the predominant ingredient and color in the garment was the sky blue tchelet. Yeah. As is worn in the robe of the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. Yeah. This is an amazing idea, and why, and what it represents, and how all that went down.